Alright folks, let's get started. The plan is get as many stencils as we can. Our plan to do that, we use Perkeo to copy Ankhs and ectoplasms, Ankhs to copy our stencil, and then ectoplasms to turn them negative. If we turn them negative, we can make more of them. Ankh, by the way, when it makes a copy of a Joker, it removes the negative from it, so if you do want to make more negatives and make more room, you also need the ectoplasms. Before we jump into it here, I have an important correction to make. So, one of the new features here, one of the new mod features that we're using, we have the stacking consumables. So instead of having, 100 consumables here that you can't really read, we have stacked up nicely. Here's 56 Ankhs, and then we can split them up if we want, or we can, merge them together. Same thing with our ectoplasms here. We've got 59 of those. This mod feature originally comes from the incantation mod by Jen Walter on GitHub. And so if this is a thing that you're interested in, if you want to do your own Perkeo runs and manage the consumables, whether it's cryptids that you're holding on to or planet cards for observatory, you can get the incantation mod. This is where it comes from originally. Consolidate all the consumables together. Yeah, Jen also has some other mods here as well. So for example, here's a fun one. Let's see here. Your consumable cards have a chance to become additions, right? So planets naturally appear with additions. You can get polychrome planets, you can get negative planets just like naturally in the shop. I think that's kind of interesting. Also here, the speed mod here. So we've used like different speed features in the past, and the way that the speed works in the game is you can set the starting speed, but regardless of what you set it at, if the scoring animations take a long time, the scoring speeds up, right? But it speeds up to a certain limit. There's a speed limit in the game. And one of the mod features here is, okay, well, forget about ×4 speed, forget about ×8 speed. Let's just skip to always max speed, whatever the max speed that the game allows, if that's something that you're interested in. I'll put the links for this, the GitHub page here. I'll put the links in the video description when this goes on YouTube. Also, I think it's worth pointing out the consumable stacking mod. There are a few bugs that we discovered in part 2, and so maybe kind of be aware of those. I think also the when Perkeo decides what consumable cards to copy, it kind of just like rolls a random number from 0 to 1, and then it adjusts that to however many cards that you have. So effectively, if you have 100 cards, it'll roll a 100-sided die. It'll pick a number from 1 to 100, and that's the card that gets copied. If you are using this mod that stacks up the consumables, it renames them, it reorders them effectively. And so what that means is the probabilities are the same. The probability of hitting Ankh, the probability of hitting ectoplasm is the same. But if you were to play this as like a seeded run, if you were to do one version with the mod, one version without the mod, you would get different copies. You would get different results at different times. But effectively, it comes out the same. Oh, we're also one Pluto level a little bit ahead because the consumable stacking, when we purchased a Pluto card from the shop, instead of it going away, it's stacked up with our consumables upstairs, and so we got an extra Pluto level as well. It's not going to be impactful, it's not going to actually matter, but that is something that I do want to acknowledge. That's a bug. Okay, now we can look at the vouchers here if we want. So just to get us up to speed here, we've already gone back in time a couple times. We've got the extra hand size, we have the overstock, observatory technically, though we're not really getting any benefit from this because we want to use Perkeo to copy the spectral cards. We have blank voucher looking for antimatter. That's the main thing that we're missing. The main thing that we're missing right now is antimatter for an extra Joker slot. That would be pretty good. The Omen Globe, spectral cards, and the Arcana packs, not super important because usually what you're looking for with Omen Globe is you're looking for ectoplasm, but we have, plenty of ectoplasm saved up already. Okay, let's Oh, here's something that I was thinking about, you know, now that I've had a day to think about it. Here, scoring requirement E14, that's not a problem. In the next ante here, E17, and then if we go to the next one, E21. Like, all that's fine. We can do that with just the Baron and our current configuration here. But, you know, something that I'm thinking about for the future, our hand size is currently 7, and so when we play one king, that's 6 kings left over. 6 kings in our hand. 1 and then plus 6 of them. And each of those kings get all of the activations from the Baron, and then we've got blueprints and brainstorms copying the Baron. And so one way that we can improve our score, we can pick up a mime. But if we do pick up a mime, we have to replace one of our jokers. So probably what we end up doing, you know, we replace brainstorm with a mime, or maybe we replace blueprint with a mime. But one of those goes, and then we make less copies of Perkeo each round. Another way that we can improve our score, if we get the idol, instead of being times 1.5 for each king held in hand, the idol gives us times 2 for each king. And if we play 5 kings with times 2 on each of those, that's better than 6 kings with times 1.5 on each of those. And so I think maybe the idol is a good scoring plan for us. It's definitely more compact in the sense that we can score more with less. And if we are playing the flush 5 with the idol, we can make glass cards if we need to, you know, struggle to survive a couple rounds. And then also with the idol, maybe then what we're looking for Sock and Buskin to combine with it. So that's something that's on my radar. That's something that I want in the future. I think now what I'm interested in, because we don't necessarily make a whole lot of money every round, the only source of money that we have are these purple seals for tarot cards, and we also have red seals. You know, we play the 1 king, and then we get you know, the 6 kings giving us money, $30 per round or something like that. Maybe what I'm interested in is not re-rolling. We could wait to re-roll until after we get the overstock. We could wait to re-roll until after the scoring requirements go up. Because if I do re-roll now, if I do hit something like the mime now, or if I hit the idol now, then I'm going to lose a copy of Perkeo, which maybe I don't want to do right now. So maybe we'll wait. Also, if we hit the idol, I don't have all kings of spades yet. Yeah, so I think we'll make the spades first, and then we'll re-roll for the idol later. That's what I'm thinking. Daisy's asked, what X is a stencil on? Currently X1, so it counts itself as one empty spot. Actual Fint, is that Fint? Actual Fint asks, what is the Stencil World Record? Recorded, it's like 8, which of course we can beat easily. Definitely as like a seeded run, I've seen someone do it before, you know, get a lot of copies of the stencil. But it's not recorded on the world record sheet. Okay, so if we're not going to be re-rolling, what do I want to do with this Fool? Fool copying Chariot is not really what I'm interested in. I think we still take the plutonium. Maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe we'll take flush 5. Maybe we'll split them. Okay, I can use a Hermit, and I can copy the Hermit with the Fool. And I will sell Justice for now. Let's go next. Okay, so we've got 58 Ankhs, we've got 62 ectoplasms, so we're up 4 ectoplasms. Probably what we want to do is we want to sell one of the ectoplasms, or maybe it's close enough, 52-62, or sorry, 58-62, maybe it's close enough that we don't need to do that. But if we get even more ectoplasms, I would like to balance them out. Alright, the boss here says play only 1 hand. I don't think that's going to be any kind of problem for us. Ryan asks, is the plan eventually to make a bunch of negative stencils? Yeah, that's what the Ankhs and the ectoplasms are for. That's why we went for eternal stencil. Eternal so that when you use Ankh, it won't destroy your stencils. Okay, here I want to discard purple seals so that we can get our tarot card value for the round. So let's go ahead and we'll keep the steel one in hand in case we draw a devil card. We can turn it into gold. We have an emperor. So I could think about using the star to turn my spades into diamonds, but I'm going to try to go in the opposite direction. I'm going to try to turn my diamonds into spades if we are eventually going to use the idol. We can discard 3 purple seals here. We have a few extra hands here, and we just got an extra hand voucher. So I'm going to discard the red seals and then try to draw into more. We do get another star. Well, bummer. Okay, in order to draw the purple seals, I'm going to go ahead and play 5, ship it. Okay, and then we can discard these 3 purples and maybe this gold one so that we can try to draw the red seals. Sorry, Daisy's asked, what are the numbers above the spectral cards? This is a mod that we're using that stacks up the consumable cards. And so here we've got, this is 58 Ankhs. And if you want, we can, separate them. Or we can combine them. So that it's easier to see and then also manipulate my other cards. Okay, here I have an opportunity to use World on just 2 cards. I think that's good enough. Could be $116. Could be. I'm not going to use the Priestess. I just used a World, and maybe I want to copy the World with a Fool card. Okay, but here I would like to try to draw the gold seals because they'll be worth more money. Sorry, the red gold cards. Let's go ahead and ship it with these 2. Okay, and one more time. I only have 3 cards on the deck, so I can basically, I know what I'm going to draw. Axel, it's so slow for you. I mean, this is normal. This is 4 times speed. Alright, let's copy the Baron and ship it. This is the game as Thunk programmed it. You've grown accustomed to the speed boost? Well, that's on you. That's your problem. See, this is why I don't overuse it. This is why I don't abuse it. Because once you go too fast for too long, you can't go back. Currently scoring E24. E24 is, of course, good enough for this ante. And also the next one, ante 16. But then once we get to ante 17, going to have some trouble. Yeah, let's take the Eris card for the flush 5 and get percolating. Nice, we get a bunch of Ankhs, so now we're even out here. Okay, I want to discard purples. We'll keep the steel card in case we draw a devil. We can use the devil. Play the kings, draw the purple ones. Okay, 2 more discards. Let's throw these away. Okay, I have another devil, but I don't have any other steel cards except for, you know, these purple seals, I guess. Discard 2 purples, or we can try to dig for more purple. I guess there's 9 cards in the deck, so if we wanted to, we could play these 4. I want my final hand to have 6 of the red seals. So if I throw 3 away, then I know that there's 4 more in the deck. Maybe we play these 5 and then discard 4. That'll guarantee our hand. Is that true? We have another hand here. Might as well. Sorry, Milchek asked, how do we get the stencil record? Part of it is just getting as many stencils as you can, and then of course naturally if you have a lot of stencils, the stencils count, you know, however much X mult, however many stencils you have, because they count each other. That's what we're going for. Alright, 4 cards left in the deck. I want to draw my 3 red ones. Temperance, I guess. This other stuff I'm not super interested in doing. Ship it. Sorry, Eternal Paradox says, why do we need both ectoplasm and Ankh? Well, if you read Ankh, it says it removes negatives when you make a copy. Nelson, thank you for the Prime sub. Okay, Fool for an Emperor? Maybe. Sigil? I don't think we can. Let's use the Fool. Emperor gives me Star and Moon. Nope, wrong flavor. I guess then we just skip these and we go Celestial Pack. Okay, copy Perkeo. That's it. Wingcap says, being a teacher trained me to answer repetitive questions. You know, in class, when I am teaching, I don't typically get, or I didn't when I was teaching, I didn't really get that many questions. So it's hard to get repeat questions if you don't get any questions. People shy in class. A lot of people have a question, a lot of people have the same question, but no one wants to be the one to ask. No one wants to interrupt. SleepyG asks, why did Local Thunk decide to remove negative from the copy? Because if you didn't, then you could just use Ankh, spam Ankh, right? And if you had, let's say, you know, Troubadour, you know, Troubadour gives you extra hand size. And if it's a negative, right, then you can just make infinite copies of Troubadour and get infinite hand size that way. Hand size which you can then convert into more negatives by using more ectoplasms. Plenty of all kinds of exploits possible. Alright, here we have 3 discards. I would like to get the full set of red seals in the final hand. We only get the one hand. I would like to get the full set of red seals for the money, but I also want to get as many purple seals as I can from discarding. So I guess I'm going to throw all of these away. Don't want the sun or lovers. Let's throw 5 again. We don't need all red seals in order to win, though it would be preferred. Okay, so here we get Justice. Yeah, we'll discard just the 1 purple for a moon. Ah, bummer. Yeah, maybe what we do with this steel card, if I turn it into glass, maybe it'll break, and then, you know, for the purposes of if we do want to go for some kind of idle plan, Maybe this helps if we remove the diamonds. Let's go ahead and ship it. It's me asked, am I following the Olympics? Not really. Just maybe like the occasional meme stuff. You know, like the one guy, I think he's a Turkish guy. The marksman guy. If you know, you know. Okay, we get Overstock. Turkish shooter guy, yeah. I mean, the woman who like actually got the medal, actually got like the first place or whatever. I know he got the second place medal, but you know, the person who actually got first place, I mean, she looked kind of like a badass too. Okay, yeah. Now that we have the overstock, maybe, you know, feels a little bit more comfortable re-rolling. Here we've got E21. I think we're fine scoring wise. I haven't been opening the standard packs, but I guess there's still a chance that we get like polychrome red seals would be good. We don't have the glow up, so you know, of course the chance is really low. All right, let's save our reroll money until we need it. Let's go next. The boss here forces a card to be selected. That's almost certainly fine. Okay, so we can discard these 3 purples. We can discard some more kings. Temperance, Hermit, sure. Yeah, we've got 66 ectoplasms. We've got a nice number of Ankhs as well. Where's the world card? Alright, so we got the hand that we were looking for. We can go ahead and ship it. Yeah, for folks who are wondering about this, you know, let's say you use a bunch of ectoplasms. Let's say you have 0 hand size. You know, normally when you start a round with 0 hand size, the round ends. It just kills you. You just lose. Certificate is supposed to add a card to your hand. It adds a card to your hand after the check for hand size. And so you actually lose before certificate gets activated. Certificate can't save you. Okay, do we want this mime? This is a thing. This could be a thing. Mime better than idle? I think in the short term, having the combination Mime plus Baron, the combination is better than the one idol on its own. The one idol that we can copy with blueprints and brainstorms. Like short term, I think that's true. Long term though, idol gives you more scoring when combined with Sock and Buskin. Idol plus Sock and Buskin is stronger than Baron plus Mime. We can go Wraith here, we could go Talisman, we could go Aura or Black Hole. Maybe Aura, I'd like to get a Polychrome card right here. Bummer. Yeah, so like I said, Baron is times 1.5 for each king, Idol is times 2 for each king, right? Which is a lot more, like a lot more, and it's more compact. I think because I want to keep all the blueprints and brainstorms to be able to copy Perkeo. So, what if we didn't take this? E21. We have double overstock. Double overstock. We can get the idol. We can get the idol next ante. If we don't get the idol next ante, we could get the mime again. I'm gonna wait. E21. How much would it cost me? 30, 40. We could go one more. All right, before we discard for the purple seals, let's go ahead and play these 5. Discard the purples and dig for more purple. Really not hitting the rolls that I want. Okay, so one thing I could do, I can make one of the gold cards into glass now in case we need it for the future. And then we can just discard it. All right, Fool for Priestess or Justice. Or I can hold the Fool, I can discard 2 purples here. Let's make another glass card and then discard 2 purples. Still no world. I'll hold on to the Fool just in case and ship it. Do I want this to be glass? No. JB says antimatter next ante. I would love that. Yeah. I didn't check the skips. I guess there's no voucher skip here. Tower, Magician, Chariot. Nope. Nothing here I'm interested in. Okay, we'll just hold on to the Fool. Go next. Okay, what do we want to do here? I think we want to play 5 and then discard for purple. Okay, discard these purple ones and a red one. I could, since I have a Fool, I can discard 2 at a time. Maybe something like this. Okay, I think we do want... We gotta make sure that we hit enough red ones in the final hand. I think that's important. Okay, we hit it. Justice. Do I care about this being glass? No, let's just ship it. Sorry, Mike asks, is there a way to get the hand size back up after you use a bunch of ectoplasms to get negative hand size? No. The game stores the information. However much negative hand size you have, the game stores that, and then if you get plus hand size on top of that, then they you still have the negative hand size. Still have a hole you gotta dig out of. Okay, let's check out the damage here. We standard tag, double tag, we don't care about. The boss says discard random cards. That stinks. That's something that I can't do with Baron. Actually, what does that mean? Parley Boy, thank you for the Prime sub. Okay, I think we could still use the Baron short term if we hit the Mime. Yeah, where's that idol at? Okay. I said we could hit it, so let's do it. I'll hold on to a tower. Tower, I can turn my diamonds into spades. Actually, you know what? Let's go to the collection here. We can actually see idols here. Idol says King of Diamonds. So if we do get the idol, we need to make diamonds. Okay. I mean, that's doable. You just use the Fool and you get a star card. Okay. Death card helps. So I have a death and a Fool. Showman Eternal we don't need. Sun. Troubadour. No. There's Sock My Buskin. So, hear me out. What if we don't get the idol? What if we just make them all glass? I mean, we need the idol eventually, but yeah, what if we make them all glass? That's huge. I think that does it. So, okay. Okay, so Justice, Death, Fool. That's what we want. So here we go. Justice to make glass. I use Death to make glass. I use Fool to make more glass. Do I care about the purple ones? Probably I should start turning the purple ones into spades. Okay, so all we gotta do, all we gotta do is get all these glass cards in our final hand, which, it's a thing. Fool for Emperor? No, but we can do a little re-rolling. World? Yes. So currently we looked at the collection, we said that the idol currently says King of Diamonds. I need to turn these kings into spades, and then after the next round the idol will re-roll and then we'll get something different, hopefully spades. Death. I think this is enough. I think Death plus Fool, we have enough glass cards, and we have the world here we can copy with the Fool. I think we just go next. I think we're fine. All the glass cards will be running out eventually. Well, because we have, so here's the thing. Because we have the magic trick what everyone hates, because we have the magic trick, we can add cards to the deck and then use Death to convert them. Turn them into more kings. We can always add more kings. Adding more cards to the deck is really easy, actually. Let's go next. I've been around this rotisserie once or twice. Magic trick is underrated. I think Magic Trick is not super powerful, but I think it is rated less than it should be. By definition, underrated. Alright, so here's the move. We actually have to throw away the red ones first. Well, that took a while. Anyway, let's go spades. And I do need a minimum amount of glass, right? And so the amount of glass that I need, we have 4 in the deck, we have 1 in hand. So that's 5, that's it. We have all the glass cards we need. So the only remaining thing I want to do is use the Fool on the last 3 diamonds. So how do we draw the diamonds? That's what the question is. Let's use the Fool here. I can turn this into another glass card. I can discard all of these purples. There's 14 cards in the deck. I think I might, in order to make sure that we get the glass cards, I might have to discard the diamonds, which feels bad. Let's use the world. Okay. Discard one more time. There's 10 cards in the deck. Okay, we did it. We hit the glass cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Does Judgment give any rarity? Yeah. Judgment can give you a rare 5% of the time. Let's go ahead and ship it. Ooh, E25, no. It's not enough. That's not good. Well, time to do the thing. Let's do the thing. So first we sell all these. In testing, hitting the use button is dangerous and sometimes causes a crash. So that's like something that you want to be aware of. But if we, hit the split button, we can generate a couple Ankhs here. Okay, we can't use the Ankh anymore, so let's use the ectoplasm. Split off a couple ectoplasms. So you can see here, 0 hand size, still 0, still 0. Now, each stencil is times 10 because we have 5 joker slots, then plus all of the negatives, so in total 10. All the stencils count each other as blanks. Use another Ankh, and then when you use Ankh, it removes the negative. For folks who are wondering, I believe the answer is 80. If you have 80 stencils, you get Nan Inf on the plasma deck. So we're not going to get there, unfortunately. But we will see quite an impressive showing from the stencil. Alright, ectoplasm 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It does take a minute. It takes a minute to use all the use all the spectral cards. Let's split all of the Ankh cards. And then for the ectoplasm, grab them 5 at a time. That should speed things up. Now it's minus 20 hand size. Okay, give me some more ectoplasms. Yeah, I wish it told me. I wish it told me how much total negative hand size I have. I guess we could work it out. We could figure it out. Like if you know this is minus 33, then you can add them together. 33, 32, 31. Yeah, for folks just hanging out, what's the biggest number you've seen on a stencil? Five platinum corgi, maybe 4. I apologize. This is, you know, it's gonna take a minute. $100, but with a mod. Oh, Dan one time he was using a mod that gave him 10,000 Joker slots. Oops. I pushed the button. I pushed the wrong button. That's the bad button. I mean, we can load back in, but now we have to start over. No. Okay, maybe there's something I could do to help with this. Like maybe we can turn up the speed. Maybe we can go, where's the animation skip? Maybe if we do that, maybe that helps. Let's give that a try. So wait. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make a bunch of Ankhs. Okay, grab the ectoplasm. Wait, we'll use the Ankhs first. This doesn't make it any faster. Oh well. Alright, ectoplasm. 5 of those. Does split half work? It makes 2 stacks of half. So like if I have 68 here, it'll make 2 stacks of 34, which is not exactly what we want. The buttons are so small too. Can you do 5 Ankhs and then 5 Ecto and then 5? Yeah, maybe. So like, we want Ecto, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We want Ankh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We want Ecto. I mean, no matter how you do it, it's going to take a while. Wait a second. We miscounted. Gonna get some tea? Alright. That sounds like a good idea. I've got coffee, but I can't drink it. I gotta take game actions. I think one thing we could have done differently, one thing we should have done differently is like... So I want to make sure that this is not the bad one. So Idle is better than Baron, but Sock and Buskin is also better than Baron when combined with glass cards, but not enough better than Baron on its own. Turns out, not enough on its own. We should have just rolled. Should have just rolled the shop. I was trying to get by with just Sock and Buskin though. That would have been huge, if true. Another thing that would have been helpful if we hit the boss reroll voucher. Boss reroll voucher would have allowed us to, reroll for the serpent, and then with the serpent you can survive for longer, even with less material. You can just skip the small blind, big blind. The Mime would have allowed us to survive these 2 rounds, right, if we had Mime and Baron, but we wouldn't have been able to beat the boss with the discard 2 random cards. Sorry, Book Nerd asks, what was the starting number on the ectoplasms? I have no idea. I mean, you got time. You could go back. You could look at the footage. You could clip it. Someone might remember. We can count the minus hand size. We can use that as a way of counting. Originally, we used 2 ectoplasms, so it was -1 and then -2. Okay, I'm just going to split all these ectoplasms and all these Ankhs. Just to make it easy on me. So here, ectoplasm. Yeah, the couple things that make this run kind of tough. Getting the spectral cards early enough, getting both Ectoplasm and Ankh, and so maybe something that we kind of demonstrated when we were doing the Perka-Cola runs. Like when we were doing the Perkeo with Cola, we were trying to copy Ankhs and Cryptids at the same time. And so it took us a while to get both Ankhs and Cryptids. And then when you start copying them, then you have to kind of manage them, and if you get too many of one, you have to delete it, you know? Alright, that's it. 5 positive stencils. This is kind of satisfying. There's like exactly enough here. So if we mouse over it, 78 stencils. So that means we had 73 ectoplasm. Anyway, this run is tough. It's tough to get the double spectral cards, and it's tough to then, you know, survive however long with minimal joker slots, because you have to hold on to the stencil. The eternal stencil takes up one of your joker slots. Yeah, so this is, you know, times 78, but then there's 78 of them, so it's 78 to the 78th power. Ready to ship it? Oh, I had the animation skip on. Well, that's not terribly satisfying, I will say. That's my bad. That's my bad. All right. Okay. I mean, if you want for science, we could go back in time for science. I do back up my save files. So here we've got, this is E299. To get Nan Inf, you have to hit E308. You want to see the animation? Fine, I robbed you folks. We'll go back in time. Just give me a minute. There we go. Look at that, like magic. This is where we were. So if you want, we can do, we'll go fast. And then that way we can skip ahead. Remind me to turn off the animations. So if you want, we can go ahead in time. We can go to that shop and we can see what we would have gotten from that shop. You know, whether or not we would have gotten the idol, I guess. So let's do this. So here, Fool is on Chariot, that's okay. Oh, I should have taken the stone card. I could have turned this into stone. Or sorry, the tower. Okay. Justice, let's say no for now. Let's go next. Okay, copy the Baron here. We want to draw the purple seals. Emperor. You know, we hit enough star cards. Maybe we just make the spades into diamonds. Maybe that's the move. Now we have a little bit of foresight here. We hit another star card. There's the world card. Get rid of all these and ship it. Eris, sure. Buffoon pack. This ended up not mattering. So let's go next. Play all these. Dig for purple. Moon, magician here, discard purple. Or if we play these 5 red ones, how many red ones do we have in the deck? We have enough red ones, we can ship it. If I discard these, I have 4 more red ones in the deck, so I can discard 1 of these red ones. Draw 5. Ship it. Guido, thank you for the Prime sub. Fool for an Emperor. Yeah, this was the stinky Emperor. Oh well. Maybe we keep the Fool. Okay, here's Strength. We could use Sigil. I'm curious about the Sigil. I'm not that curious. Let's go next. Okay, here we only get to play 1 hand. Sun we don't need. Oh yeah, last time we made some glass cards. I'm not gonna do that this time. So no moon. Devil, no. Ship it. Temperance. Sorry, this ended up not mattering. Let's go next. This was the bell. Play 5. Discard purple. We didn't hit the star. Oh well. If I play these 2, I can try to draw the red card and then ship it. Will I show you the cryptid mod someday? It's not impossible. It could happen. It's not a top priority for me. Okay, so we know Aura gives us a holographic card. There's another star. I guess let's discard. Fool gives me Temperance or Star. I guess Temperance, we should take the money. We can use the star here. And then ship it. Sorry, Guido asks, what's the world record? We got times 78 on the stencil. And then, for science, we went back in time to see, you know, what would have been differently if we re-rolled the shop. Just for science. We went back in time for science. Okay, discard the purple ones. And the diamonds. If we discard the diamonds, then we can draw spades to turn into diamonds. Okay, so there's 2 purples in hand. We can go ahead and discard those. Here we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have enough red in the deck that we can probably play 5. Tech asks, are the mods available on Xbox? I don't know if any mods are available on consoles at all. Okay, so here we can play all these and then try to draw more red. Four more cards on the deck. Let's try to draw more red. There we go. Ship it. Okay, what was the last card that we used? We used a Temperance. Okay. Can we get a voucher check? Yeah, these are the vouchers that we have. We have the double overstock here. We don't have the antimatter yet. We have the extra hand size, except the extra hand size we used ectoplasm. So actually our hand size is currently 7. Okay, what we want to do right now, the last time we did this, we want to get death. We probably, if we hit the idol, we don't need justice. So I'm not going to take justice now. There's the Sock and Buskin. We can replace the Baron. And now we want to see if we can hit an idol. No on the world. Yes on the Fool for money. Wouldn't mind instead of Blueprint be an extra 2 Baron triggers per card. It would. This particular boss, though, this boss makes us discard 2 random cards. This still ruins us. We still lose. But if we hit the idol specifically, we can survive for longer. So we're trying to see if we can pull that off. Okay, Fool for an Emperor. Use Fool with Death here. So let's go Arcana. And we get a star. Nice. Well, I guess I don't need to use the star. So here, Death. Use the Fool for Death. Yeah, for folks just tuning in, the run is already over. We already did the run. But we went back in time. We loaded an old save that we had a backup so that we can try to experiment and see if things could have been a little bit differently. Okay, I have 6 spades in the deck. Bean would also help us beat this boss, but you'd only be able to use it for 1 round. We would have gotten the idol. Steal with the red seals? It wouldn't have been enough. It wouldn't have been enough for this boss, making you discard cards. You know, with the idol, we don't even need Sock and Buskin. Eddie, you just finished part 2? Well, let's see. Let's look for, I guess Hung Man is okay. I can remove spades from the deck. Let's pick up a death card. Alright, let's go next. With an extra round, maybe we can hit the Nan. Oh, I believe so. I believe we can get there. I believe we have the technology. Let me demonstrate. Okay. I have 6 cards in the deck that I need to remove, right? 2 with the Hung Man, 1 with the, or 3 with the Star, 1 with the Death card. So let's dig for spades. Alright, so here we hang these 2, and then we discard. Okay, we've got 1 here we can use death on. I want to get the other spades in hand. So let's not copy the idol. Let's go ahead and just pick these 5. There's 7 cards in the deck, so we got it. Just ship it. So here's the 3. Now they're diamonds. Now we got it locked in. Okay, so if you want to see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If we want to optimize the score, here's how we do it. Let's see here. Idle 1, 2, 3, 4. Sock and Buskin is 1, 2, 3. That's it. Now let's do this. Animation skip, we'll turn it off. But we'll still do 32 times speed. Hollow in front, it shouldn't matter because our base is 118. We would get maybe like an extra 50%. E40. Alright. You want to go to the moon? We could go to the moon. Star doesn't matter anymore. We can make a gold card. Oh, going to Eris? Oh, my bad, my bad. Yeah. No, the moon is too close. Eris is much further away. We take the planet merchant after the next round. Let's go next. So, discard purple. So now I'm just looking for money. With the purple seals, I'm just looking for money. I don't need glass. Ship it. Smartin asked, did we get the stencil record on the run that we lost? Yes, we got the 78. Times 78 molt on the stencil. That was the record. At least on a random seed, that was the record. No longer this is a random seed because, like I said, we went back in time so that we could replay it. Regiardito asks, what is the theoretical record with the stencil? Stencil counts other stencils as empty, and so if you have more stencils, then you get more X molt. And so that's what the idea is. Get as many stencils as you can. Get as much X molt as you can. Alright, let's pick up the planet merchant and go next. My deck is fine. My deck is perfect. Plus 5 Ankhs, that's also fine. Discard purples. We have a death card. I don't think we need that. Alright, did I remember? I did remember. Okay, so E31 here, face cards debuffed. Face cards debuffed? What do you mean face cards debuffed? Wait a second. Sips, yeah, you gotta turn the left card into the right card. Alright, Tech asks, for the Perkeo Observatory run, alright, I'm gonna go copy the percolator and go next. Alright, we'll do 2 rounds and then we'll make 80 stencils. How about that? One, two, three, four, 5. Ship it. We can make a little money. I guess I should be leveling up high card. Maybe that should be the focus. You know, if we're just gonna do the stencil high card. Death? Nah. Oh, I guess I could have made another red seal. Nah. If you wanted to beat this boss, how would you do it? If you made kings into aces, and then the idol changed to aces after 1 round, you could do it. That would work. Because you don't actually need sock and buskin. If you just have idol and you make these glass, the red seal is already enough. Oh well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Luchador saved me. I guess we could go for a Luchador. We would have to give up a blueprint, or we'd have to give up Perkeo. We'd have to give up something. Maybe we give up sock and buskin. So like, you want, okay, fine, okay, fine. You want to see a Luchador? We'll do a Luchador. It's not over till it's over. In that case, pick up a Justice card. You know, there wasn't any Luchador before, so why would there be a Luchador now? Think about it. Eternal Luchador. Luchador can't be eternal. That's the good news. We could take Matador. We could get some money from the boss. You know, it could be kind of funny with what's it called? Campfire. Instead of stencil Nanim, what if you did a campfire Nanim? Like, you get the campfire up to 80, that's pretty easy to do. Make a bunch of copies of the campfire. Polychrome Drunkard. It could hit higher than 80, yeah. With the campfire, you could go even higher, and then you wouldn't need as many of them. That's intriguing. Alright, that's it, we're tapped out. Alright, go next. What's in here? Standard pack? Anything interesting? Nope. Okay. This boss is stinky. Alright, let's adjust the settings right now before I forget. We'll do normal speed. That's okay. Animation skip. Let's make sure that it's off. Okay. I liked... Let's hear. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have to remember. I have to count. Man, counting sucks. Here we go. Alright, who brought snacks? Who's got the best snacks? Oh, I can't use this Ankh? Eh. We stayed at exactly 5 more Ankhs. Well, the awkward thing is like, we have 1 stencil and then you use 4 Ankhs and then that's the maximum number. So actually we're gonna have a leftover Ankh, I think. SJ asks, how does hand size work if you have 0? If you have hand size 0, you can't draw any cards. But if we make our hand size 0 within the context of this round right now, you get to keep the cards that are already in your hand if your hand size goes down. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Smartin asks, what's the record for the most jokers? I mean, we've gotten 100 jokers at one time before. Hello, welcome back. Welcome in, Zano. Zano, I think we might have a decent number of stencils. This boss is stinky though, so I hope you don't mind me cashing out at this moment. I'm short 1 Ankh, or I have 1 extra ectoplasm. Okay, I believe I will. Oh, don't do that. Sorry, don't push the use button. For folks just tuning in, there's a bug with the consumable stacking mod. When they're stacked up, don't push the use button. You gotta split them first. Here's something that I'm curious about. Maybe one of you can help me with this. How long does it take to score all the stencils? Zano's prediction could be super fast. Probably not long at all. Maybe not long compared to all the re-triggers from the Baron and the Mime. Maybe it's faster than that. The funny thing about the speed settings is the speed setting sets the starting speed, but the speed always increases. It always accelerates until it's done, or until it reaches the top speed. And so if you start on half speed or if you start on 4 times speed, eventually they'll reach the speed limit. Both of them. Filet, you think faster than the Perkeo Observatory? If we have, you know, instead of having 300 planets, we only have 80 jokers, so it's faster? Oh, it looks like we have a few extra Ankhs. Not as satisfying. No space. No. Alright, get out of here then. Alright. You know what we could do? We could take one of these boys and we could do this. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. We could take one of these and we could go, oh. Where is he? Now times 87. Each stencil is 87. We have 87 of them. If we go to the collection here, where's the stencil? Stencil's like here. There's a mime. Marble Joker fits much better. Hazzy's running away from me. Alright. 07's for the stencil. Times 87, ship it. Expel Sword, you wanted to see the flush vibe? Yeah, but the high card is funnier. And that's how you do it. That's how you do the stencil nan inf. Sorry, I gotta do this so I can get the thumbnail.